Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. And yes, it's been a little while, and today I'm going to focus on a Genesis pickups video and kind of a pickup slash review of each game that I got. I've been playing these for quite some time, and I can actually now express my full opinions on some of these games. Some of these games I've never even touched before. I've never even played before, let alone even heard of some of these games. But I got some really nice uncommon games too. So let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to kind of start off with like the bottom of the barrel, like kind of some of the common games. I mean, some of these games are fun. I'm going to start with EA Sports PGA European Tour on the Sega Genesis Mega Drive. And you know what? It's one of the better golf games, probably one of the best ones. You got multiple European courses. The swing meter is actually what kind of I had to get used to it. It's not your standard swing meter. It's really kind of threw me in for a loop. It's like there's a little box at the end. There's a little box on the other side, and you got to kind of get in the middle of each box. It was tricky kind of starting, but once you learn it, it's actually a lot of fun. It's really cool. Next up, a game I just picked up quite recently is Primal Rage. Primal Rage is an awesome dinosaur-like fighting game, and you know what? It's like it cost me like $2. You can't go wrong with dinos bashing the shit out of each other. Really, actually good port on Genesis. It's actually pretty damn decent. I kind of like it better than the SNES version for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got the 6-button pad for the Genesis, but I really like it. I've always loved Primal Rage, even in the arcades. I was always a big fan of it, you know, Diablo being like my main dinosaur dude. But it's a really cool game, really awesome dinosaur beat 'em up fighting game. So I highly recommend this game. It actually looks really good too. One of the first Sega Genesis games I ever played was Batman Returns. It's a very tough game, very hard platformer. The hit detection on this game is kind of off. I mean, you swear to God you'd be hitting some of these enemies, and for some reason they always have an advantage on you when it comes to attacking. They always seem to get the first hit, so a lot of your health will be drained just from the regular baddies, which is kind of a bummer because it's really cool. You got like a grappling hook. What else? It's actually really cool platforming bits in this game. You can actually, if you hold like the jump button, you can like spread your wings and you can kind of like float around for a little bit. It's really cool. But yeah, Batman Returns is awesome. Next up is Hakuto no Ken, better known as Fist of the North Star, which I am a big fan of, and this is the last battle I got for dirt cheap. Not bad for a beat 'em up game. You know, as you kill enemies, you gain strength, and you'll be able to do different maneuvers and all that, jump kicks and all, rapid fire punches and kicks. It's really neat. The only thing I don't really like is like the little maze sections of the game where it's like trap filled. It really drains your health. It's kind of a chore to kind of figure out these levels, but you can pick your own. Like when you beat a level, you get the overworld map, and you can like choose the next destination you want to go. So it's a pretty cool game. Really tough though, really tough. Next up, a game that I never played as a youth, and I'm surprised, is Echo the Dolphin. Obviously with the box, but strangely enough, you know, there's actually there's no manual, but it comes with the Game Pro. Somebody taped it in. There's a Game Pro like tip sheet over here, and yeah, that's really cool. Secret menu code. But Echo the Dolphin, it's a cool game. The navigating, oh my god, it's like, where do you go? Like, how do you solve certain puzzles? Like, I like the game, but I don't like it. I really do like it, but it's just kind of difficult. It's like, where do you go next? And I gotta delve, more into it. Next up, and something like about fighting games, beat 'em up games. Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage. Is it just me, or does this game feel slightly easier than the SNES counterpart? The Super Nintendo game, which I do own, it's a hard game. It's a really tough game for a beat 'em up. But the Genesis version, while I haven't beat it yet, it just seems some of the levels are a bit easier. I don't know. One of the things I really like about this game is all the secret hidden levels where you can like accrue a lot of number of lives and a lot of points, and You can find your special allies that help you in the game. You know, you press start and you can choose from like Iron Fist, Black Cat, you know, Deathlock and all those other guys. Captain America, that's really cool actually. And then they give you like a special power, you know, they might give you bonus health, or mostly they attack different enemies. But Maximum Carnage is a great game. Next up on the list is Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. I played this in the mid-90s for the first time as a kid, and I was like, whoa, shit, Street Fighter 2, I could play this on a console, it was fucking awesome. So now I finally own it. It's a game I actually didn't own on the Genesis, and it's dirt common, but it's a lot of fun. Retro Matt and I have been playing like last week, like past couple of weeks, you know, we've been playing this game, and it's just phenomenal fun, you know. I'm actually starting to play as Dhalsim for the first time, and he's actually a really tricky but fun character to use. And we've had some epic battles, and we just had some epic battles like last week, so it was really, really cool. I mean, he's playing as like Ken as his main. Blanca is actually starting to be his new favorite character, as well as a Vega or Sagat. No, it's Chun-Li. It's Chun-Li, Ken, and Blanca. And for me, it's Dhalsim. Ryu, of course, is my main. Doesn't everybody pick Ryu? And Vega, actually. I really like using Vega. So anyways, Special Champion Edition, finally got on the Sega Genesis. Here's a game that I always absolutely love, and I wish they could bring over some fresh new idea for this game, kind of redo the series, is Earthworm Jim. It's a great platformer, run and gun platformer where you play as an earthworm in this cybernetic superhero like suit. You kind of get jammed in there, and you gotta save the princess and all that. It's very cliche, but it's a very funny game. And if I'm not mistaken, Tommy Tallarico, who's a famous composer and musician, did the music on this. I think he did. But if not, it's just terrific music, end to end, terrific. Okay, so yeah, the last leg. There's 4 games left. Let me see here. Here's a game. My first Mega Drive game. Strider. Boxed, obviously. Should be CIB. I'm gonna open the damn thing up. Yeah. It's all complete in box and it looks nice. Strider is a very, very tough, incredibly fun action platformer game. You play as a ninja. Strider Hiryu. You're out to beat up on, what's his name? The Grandmaster, Mayo. You have to kick his ass. But it's a really cool game. I mean, you play as a ninja. What could be better? Strider, awesome. Pick it up. Recently picked up Space Invaders 91. Now you may say Space Invaders 1991, that's gonna kind of suck. Well, it doesn't suck. It's actually really cool. It's Space Invaders, what you love about it, but it introduces newer enemies, new types of enemies, different terrain. You might get uneven terrain, so your shots will go askew. You get different power-ups. You can get gigantic lasers, and you get like bombs and everything. It's really neat, really tough, a lot of fun. And it's actually not one-hit kill. You get like a shield meter, so you get like health of like 5 hits before you actually die, and you have to use it continuous. So Space Invaders 91, if you see this, it's an uncommon game. Pick it up. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing a lot of this game. Pick it up. I found this in a lot recently, and I couldn't believe it, because I've always wanted to own this game as a kid. And it's fantastic. It's Comix Zone. Comix Zone is a beat-em-up released actually very late in the Genesis time span, probably around 95, 96, probably 95, the end of 95. But it's a beat-em-up game where you're inside of like a comic book and you're beating the crap out of everybody. You get a lot of nice, nifty moves. It's very tough, very tricky, and you have a pet rat for some reason. Your name's Sketch Turner. I always kind of like that, Sketch Turner. That's pretty neat. Well, Comix Zone's a great beat-em-up. If you see this game, definitely do yourself a favor and pick this one up. I know I say that a lot about all these games, but they're really fun, they're really great. And this is one of the best beat-em-ups on the Genesis. Speaking of beat 'em ups, my very last one. This is a very, very uncommon game, at least in my opinion. But it's Battletoads. Battletoads is phenomenal. I mean, we all love Battletoads. It's a great beat 'em up, one of the best in the entire genre. It's easier. It's significantly easier than the NES version, which I like. And the 2-player is not screwed up, so you won't get, glitched in the 2-player. Was it the Clinger Winger level? Where if you have a second player in there, he automatically dies. It's stupid. It sucks. But it's all fixed up in Battletoads. At least I believe it is. but it's a lot easier to accrue a lot of lives, and it's a lot of fun, definitely. So anyways, guys, those are my Genesis pickups and my little review on each one. I know it's short and sweet, this week, but I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you see any of these out in the wild, do yourself a favor and get these games. They're really great on your Sega Mega Genesis Drive. So I'm Will. This is, of course, the Maximum Impact 24 channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. In the meantime, in between time, take care. For those about to retro, we salute you.